synagogue, he used to be president of the synagogue, but now he wants to set a foot in the building.
What is that?
I don't know. But it happens to people.
Yeah.
One of my coworkers from Washington D.C. They just had a service for his mom, who was in this congregation. Hard to remember.
Mark Garland.
What's that?
Mark Garland?
Yes. Yeah. So you just had the ceremony here not that long ago.
Right, the unveiling of the
Right.
stuff.
Right.
Does he live there permanently now?
Yeah, he's a program manager. So,
Yeah, he used to be a next door neighbor to me.
really? Wow.
Him and his twin brother, 2 years older, so.
Really? I didn't know he had a twin.
They're not, nowhere near identical.
Okay.
So his brother lives in New York City.
Um,
Yeah. He's kind of a journalist or something.
wow. How'd they manage to come out here? Or is this where they were from originally?
So Dan Garland, Mark's father,
Yeah.
was a high-level person at Westinghouse,
Okay.
and Westinghouse transferred him out here. That was in the early 70s.
Hi, what you doing here? I guess I'm leading services. Good. Hi. Check your, I recognize you. Hi. You're supposed to be here.
Yeah. He's also my coach.
Yeah, I'm the right person to be in touch.
Naomi said she will not be here, so that's 4 people, or, 4 kids will not be here, 2 adults.
Okay. Oh, we're here.
You want the yard side of this? I might,
Okay. I may not make it because I have 7%.
I've got plenty, so.
I have 90-something.
I'm pretty good too. I'm at 93.
And then we have the yard side list, Jerry sends it out. So it's more accurate than the, everything they get published monthly, but
I says 523. Sounds up.
You want to lead services? Beth, you want to lead services?
Gabby and I.
Gabby, you want to come up here? I'll do it. It's practice. I'm game. It's a better audience, no better audience.
If you tell us what to do.
I'll tell you what to do. Yeah, I'll even. I mean, this is going to be it, so we'll make the best of it.
Sure, if you want.
Yeah, come up, the 3 of us.
Why not?
Come on up.
go for it.
Oh, she already has had a.
Yeah.
She's already counted. She already had a Leah.
But now I can
You could document it. You could take pictures. Okay, good deal. What a deal. With that, we better start, right? No, we have 7 minutes.
We
I
can,
got so
like,
excited.
We can plan
You
first.
what do you want to plan? What do you want to plan?
One time Greg was leading on Friday night, there were 3 of us here, all 3 of us were up on the
Aw.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah, that'd be
audience
fun.
of video camera.
Your hair's going up, 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 huh? Yeah.
So what about we'll study the Torah, okay? But here, let me see. B'chala tacha. That's what the Hebrew did. What's the Torah parsha about? I know it's about that the Jews are always complaining. They're never satisfied. Right?
List.
That's what the Torah parsha.
Check out something from about Rabbi and boy.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Because this is where the Jews are complaining. Okay, they just complain. I'm hungry. Why did we leave Egypt? I want some good fish. Okay, I miss my good fish. And God says, "What are you complaining about? You have all this manna. See, this is my davar already. You have all this manna, right? It tastes. It's wonderful. It's always there." And then it's a management plan. It's not just because Lou's in here, okay? One person can't, it's about Moses. He was overwhelmed. I've had it with these people, okay? You know what I'm talking about? Have you studied the Torah Parsha yet? Okay, we'll get to that.
I know the manna doesn't last. You
Oh,
have to-
what's worse is what God says, okay, you're hungry? I'll show you.
Exactly, I know.
We'll get to that. I think that's this Parsha. You're hungry? I'll show you. So
Thought?
You'll coach me when I need to stand, sit, other adjustments.
yes. So.
But yeah.
When if others are if dads will be the only one in the audience.
I'll be the coach.
We'll do it all.
Okay. So we have Nita. Oh no, what does it say? 250.
So we start with Kabbalat Shabbat. You don't remember what? Tell everyone what Kabbalat Shabbat is. What's Kabbalat Shabbat?
I don't remember.
Kabbalat.
Like singing?
It's all the mystics. The mystics. They're Jewish mystics.
Oh.
The town of Svat.
Well, we have Psalms.
We do that, yeah. Kabbalat Shabbat. See,
Oh,
right here.
Kabbalat Shabbat.
That's where we're going to start. We're going to be started on page 253.
Yep.
This is what your husband's supposed to say to you on the eve of Shabbat. On 253.
Yadid Nefesh.
Yeah, that's what you need to finish. It's a love poem.
Oh, that's nice.
That's early.
It is early.
is
We have 3 minutes. Let me see if there's anything special.
Well, we could review it while
You
we're
review, yeah, you review.
comprehension
Let's see.
for comprehension.
See, this is the answer key right here of any special things we need to do
Is that a book or no? Oh, okay. Today
for today. But
is today the first day of
well,
summer.
this
Do we
is
have
It is
anything
first of
special?
summer, yeah.
yeah. Well, this is an interesting Torah parsha too. You have these inverted nuns here,
Oh no, really?
in here, in there.
Interesting.
But there's a secret. There's in this. I think in this one. So, in the audience, we have 2 books that we use. Okay. One is the blue book. That looks like this. Okay. That's the prayer book. This is
Shalom.
the 5 books of Moses right here, daytime. And every week we study. And this week's Parsha begins on page 816 in the red book.
816.
Yeah, and that's just the Bible. That's 5 books of Moses out of the Bible. 816. And so Where's the nuns?
And there's also transliterations in the
Oh, there's little books.
bound books.
Yeah, you
Yep.
can sing along. Where is...
Friday service, I think, is yellow.
I think this is where you say, "Ein kamocha v'eli Madonai." Right? That sound familiar? Right? On Saturdays?
Saturday.
That's the right here on page. This is sort of cool in this
Oh.
section. On page 826. 826
5
Oh.
books.
in the 5 books of Moses in the red book. There's okay, you guys maybe you don't know on 826 there's that funny symbol above verse 35. That's what's called an inverted nun.
Oh.
It's, see that right there?
Yeah, I see.
There's a whole story. This is the battle cry, okay?
Ah.
This is the battle cry before they're getting ready to leave, okay? And this is the battle cry, and they brought the ark in front. But you've heard this, right? He ben so acharon vayomer Moshe kuma Adonai vayafutzu ovecha v'yanusu mesanecha mepanecha. Right? That sound familiar? That's the battle cry. That's where it is when we say that, when we bring out the Torah. Do that. That's what. And then there's a whole mysticism around those funny symbols there, the inverted nuns. They say there's a whole, that people who are familiar with the Torah, there's a whole book associated with these nuns. Something like it's like a military book. It's not in the Torah. Because they were feeling pretty good, right? They're getting ready, or they had to pump themselves up. They're loading up the at this point, they're loading up the tabernacle. And they're getting ready to, they've been at Sinai for so long. They're getting ready to travel, okay? And they're going to confront enemies, right? And so they really had to psych themselves up, and that's part of that. See, that's in this. Does it say something about the nuns on advance? Lower maybe be scattered.
Like a subscript with it or something.
Does it say anything? Let's see. There's a star.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the star? That's what that is.
I don't see this. Or maybe it's just a marking.
Yeah.
So we know to differentiate
Yeah, it's
from
different.
another.
That's in the
new-
Torah. That's
Or in the back of the book.
Or
No,
in the
no,
letter.
yeah.
It kind
So
of
it's
looks
on
like
that
one of
page.
those.
So there's a discussion. Let's see.
Bobs.
Let's see this. Verse 35. What does it say? No, they
Oh,
don't say anything. You
Interesting.
have to read 35 through 36. Yeah. Right, yeah. No, there's not much discussion here. On that.
Maybe at the beginning?
Not in
No.
the red book. That's why people don't like the red book.
When the ark was to set out.
We're not going to get anyone. Go grab. Oh, it's past time. It's time to start. You want to go grab some people off the street? Okay, we're ready to start.
Well, it was a tribe of Dan.
Okay. Very cool.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know you need Nefesh? We're going to start on page 252. Okay. Let's
I might follow it from
yeah, follow. You can bring in more than one book to make it easier. Okay. Everyone have your own book.
Thanks.
Or 2 books. Oh, I'll get a big
So
one.
tiny.
Where's the big one?
That
Right here.
Okay.
Use another big one. I'm going to use the big one.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start off and because join me if you can. Yedi nefesh av harachaman b'sho avdecha el ratzona yarutz avdecha kamo ayal yishtachaveh El muhadarach yerev lo yeditucha mitofetzu b'kol tam la 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 la. La 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 la. Join me on page 253. Soulmate, loving God, compassion's gentle great source, take my disposition and shape it to your will. Like a darting deer will I rush to you. Before your glorious presence humbly will I bow. Let your sweet love delight me with its thrill, because no other dainty will my hunger still. How splendid is your light, illumining the world. My soul is weary, yearning for your love's delight. Please, good God, do heal her, reveal to her your face, the pleasure of your presence, bathed in your grace. She will find strength and healing in your sight. Forever she will serve you, grateful with all her might. What mercy stirs in you since days of old, my God. Be kind to me, your own child, my love for you requite. With deep and endless longing, I yearn for your embrace, to see my light in your light, basking in your grace. My heart's desire, find me worthy in your sight. Do not delay your mercy, please hide not your light. Reveal yourself, beloved, for all the world to see, and shelter me in peace beneath your canopy. Illume all creation, lighting up the earth, and we shall celebrate you in choruses of mirth. The time, my love, is now. Rush, be quick, be bold. Let your favor grace me in the spirit of days of old. There you go. So now what we have are the daily Psalms, and you're supposed to reflect what you did during the week. Why don't we sing this in Hebrew on page 254, this Psalm 96. See the Psalm titles at the bottom. You figured that out already, okay? Shiru Ladonai, Shir Hadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo, Yashrum Yom Liom Yeshuato. Let's read in English on middle of page 255. Sing a new song to the Lord. Renew yourselves, all people on earth.
Sing to the Lord.
Revere the Lord beyond all that is worshipped. Majesty and might accompany him. Splendor and strength adorn his sanctuary. Worship the Lord in sacred splendor. Let the earth tremble in his presence. Let the heavens rejoice. Let the earth be glad. Let the sea and all it contains roar in praise. Judge the world with equity, the nations with constancy. Yeah, our books are different than theirs. Okay. Yismachu Hashemayim Gel Haaretz. That's not the right what I thought it was. Oh, okay, go to the box on page 256. You guys know this, Or Zeruach? I'll let you do it. Down at the bottom box. Do you know this one?
I don't.
You know it? Okay, I'll do it. Or, yeah! Do it. Or Zaruach, La Sadiq, Lev Simcha. Or Zaruach, La Sadiq, Lev Simcha. Or Zaruach, La Sadiq, Lev Simcha. La 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 la. Or Zaruach, Sadiq, that's a tongue twister. La 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 la. Okay, let's do. You pick us next song to do. I'll be quiet. Okay, you guys are going too slow. 261.
We are too slow. Yeah.
261, the Psalm of David. This is the Friday song, I think. Yeah. Lead it off. Oh, not in Hebrew. Oh, we'll do it in Hebrew. Okay. Bismor David, Havu Ladonai b'nei Elim, Havu Ladonai kavod va'oz, Havu Ladonai kavod shemo, Ishtachavu Ladonai b'chadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai el hamayim, el chavod yirim, Adonai, Adonai, el mayim rabim, Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai Bechadar, Kol Adonai Shafer Arazim, Vishaber Adonai Azal Havanon, Birkadein Kamo Egelevon, Yishiro Kamo Ven Reishim, Kol Adonai Hotzev Leotesh, Kol Adonai Lahil Midbar, Lahil Adonai Midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai Halahon, Achava Yiro, Uchachlo Kulo, La 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 la, Omer Bavo, Adonai Labo Haesh, Yashev Adonai Melech Leolam, Adonai Os Lemo Yitain, Adonai Yavarech Et Amo Vashalom. Awesome. Now you know what to do here, right? Okay, we're on page 262. We're welcoming the Shabbat bride. Okay, we're excited because it's finally our week is over. We put it behind us. We're looking forward to Shabbat. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikavla shamhor v'zachor b'dibur echad Ishmianu el hamuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'lit hilah Lecha dodi likrat kala P'nei Shabbat nekabla Likrat Shabbat lechuven elcha Ki hi mekor habracha Merosh mekedem nisucha Sof maaseh hashava tehila Lecha dodi likrat kala P'nei Shabbat nikabla. Now everyone stands up, face east. Okay, and we're gonna face west. That's right, because that's where the sun is. You're right. Boi v'shalom afteret bala Gam besimcha u'tzachala Tof emune am segula Boi chala Lecha dodi likrat kala P'nei Shabbat nekabla. Very good. You may turn around. We've just welcomed Shabbat. Okay, now we're going to say the Psalm for Shabbat on page 267. It is good to acclaim the Lord, to sing your praise, exalt to God.
To proclaim your love each morning, to tell your faithfulness each day.
To the music of the lute and the melody of the harp.
The Lord make me glad and sing with joy at your creation.
How vast your works, O Lord! Your designs are beyond our grasp.
Your thoughtless cannot comprehend, the foolish cannot fathom this.
The wicked may flourish, they may spring up like grass, but their doom is forever sealed, for you are supreme forever.
Your enemies, Lord, your enemies shall perish, all who shall cease.
But you have greatly exalted me, I am anointed as with fragrant oil.
I have seen the downfall of my foes, I have heard the doom of my attackers.
The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree, they shall thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. They shall bear fruit even in old age, they shall be ever fresh and fragrant. You may be seated. Sarikatama yifrach keres ba'alvanon yiske shetulim b'veit Adonai b'chatzrot Eloheinu yafrihu od yenuvum b'seva Deshenim v'ranananim yiyu lehagid ki ashar Adonai zu Avlatabo. Very good. Okay, we don't have enough for the Baruch or Kaddish. So we go, yeah, so we would normally start on page 279. That's the normal beginning of the service. We're all warmed up now. But we're gonna do these blessings which surround the Shema, the high point of this, one of the high points of the service. One is about the God of nature, and one is about the God of the Torah, God of love. First, the God of nature. And well, why don't we read responsibly below the line on page 280.
Light and darkness, night and day.
We marvel at the mystery of the stars.
Moon and sky, sand and sea.
We marvel at the mystery of the sun.
Twilight, high noon, dusk and dawn.
Though we are mortal, we are creatures crowned.
Flesh and bone, steel and stone.
We dwell in fragile, temporary shelters.
Grant steadfast love, compassion, grace.
Sustain us, Lord, our origin is dust.
Splendor, mercy, majesty, love endure.
We are but little lower than the angels.
Resplendent skies, sunset, sunrise.
The grandeur of creation lifts our lives.
Evening darkness, morning dawn.
Renew our lives as you renew all times. This is my favorite part. The heavens are heavenly,
The Lord.
They are heavenly in character. But the earth he gives to mortals, so we might make of it something heavenly. Do you know this, El Hai Pekayon? At the box.
Oh, hi,
Oh, good. Keep on going.
Tavidu, Aleinu, Leolam Vad, Baruch Atah Adonai, Hamari Varabim.
Awesome. That's the most I've heard you speak ever. On page 282, we'll join you, okay? Let's lead it. This is about God's love. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amchavta Torah umitzvot hukim mishpatim otanu lemadata Alkein Adonai Eloheinu v'shakveinu v'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha V'nisma b'divrei Toratecha u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki heim hayenu v'yorech yameinu uvahem negeh yomam v'layla. Ready to take it away?
V'yahavta
Al tasir mimenu liolam mim. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
Amen. Awesome. Okay. El Melech Ne'aman Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'afta et Adonai Elohecha V'chol avavacha U'chol nafshecha U'chol meodecha V'hayu Adavarim ha'eleh Asher Anochi mitzavecha Hayom al levavecha Vishinamtam levanecha Vidibarta bam Vishiftecha b'veitecha Uleftecha v'aderech Ushachbacha Ukumecha Ushartam leot Hayedecha Vayula totofot beinenecha Uftaftam Hamazizot beitecha Ubisharecha. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you this day you shall take to heart. You shall diligently teach them to your children. You shall recite them at home and away, morning and at night. You shall bind them as a sign upon your hand. They shall be a reminder above your eyes. And you shall inscribe them upon the doorposts of your homes and upon your gates. And the next two paragraphs talk about all the signs in nature, and then signs that are associated with the law, or the tzitzis, to remind us to follow the law. Okay. Let's turn to page 289, above the. We affirm the truth that He is our God, that there is no other, and that we are His people Israel. He redeems us from the power of kings, delivers us from the hands of all tyrants. He brings judgment upon our oppressors, retribution upon all our mortal enemies. He performs wonders beyond understanding, marvels beyond all reckoning. He has maintained us among the living. He has not allowed our steps to falter. He guided us to triumph over mighty foes, exalting our strength over all our enemies. He vindicated us with miracles before Pharaoh, with signs and wonders in the land of Egypt. In wrath he smote all of Egypt's firstborn, bringing his people to lasting freedom. He led his children through divided waters as their pursuers sank in the sea. When his children beheld his might, they sang in praise of him, gladly accepting his sovereignty. Moses and the people of Israel sang with great joy this song to the Lord. Take it away. Mi kamocha neder bakodesh nora tefilot osefele malchutecha ra'u v'necha bokei hayom lifnei Moshe zeli anu v'yamru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed v'ne'emar Ki fadadadai et Yaakov Uglo miyad hazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael. Oh, I like this. Below 292. As a mother comforts her children, so myself will comfort you, says the Lord. Past troubles will be forgotten, hidden from sight. Jerusalem will be a delight, her people a joy. None shall hurt or destroy in all my holy mountain, says the Creator whose throne is in heaven. Each month the new moon, each week on Shabbat, all people, all my children shall worship me. Seek peace and pursue it. The Torah does not obligate us to pursue the mitzvot, but only to fulfill them at the proper time, the appropriate occasion. Peace, however, must be sought at all times. At home and away from home, we're obliged to seek peace and to pursue it. Ready for the box? Ushmort Seitenu. You know that?
Seitenu.
Uveinu. L'chaim l'shalom me'ata v'yad olam. Ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Okay, we're on page 294, the top. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat, L'dorotam berit olam, Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, Oti le'olam, Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, Oti le'olam, bum bum. Ki sheshe yamim, asa Adonai, et ha-shamayim, V'yet haaretz, uvayom hashvi, Shabbat v'yi nafash, uvayom hashvi, Shabbat v'yi nafash. We don't have a minion, so we will turn to page 296. Please rise for the Midah. You guys are going to do it right. Get your books. We'll do the first page together.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay? Oh, the back page. We'll do the even toes,
Yeah.
right? The very back page. Keep your finger on page 296. There you go. Ready? Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor, HaNorah, El Elyon, Gamel Hasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zacher Hasdei Avot, Umevi Goel Lefnei B'neihem, L'man Shemon B'Yava, Melech Ozer, Kedem Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Oked Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei Metim Atah Rav Yoshia, Mekakel Ha'i B'Hesed, Mechayei Metim B'Rachamim Rabim, Somek Noflim Re'ofei Olim, Umatir Asurim, Kayem Emunato, Lishene Afar, Micha Mocha Bagavura, Umido Melach, Melech Memi, Umafia Yeshua, Peneman Atalio Metim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekayeh HaMetim. Ulu Hashemayim Haaretz Kol Salam Kol Elohim Yom Hashvi Malchuto Asher Asa Shvat Yom Hashvi Makol Malchuto Asher Asa Berak Elohim Yom Hashvi Mekadesho Yifa Shabbat Makol Malchuto Asher Elohim Aso. May every living creature thank you and praise you faithfully, our deliverance and our help. Praise are you, beneficent Lord, whom all praise you to. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasi Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasi Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon l'kol ha-shalom. Devo beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael l'kol ein kol Shabbat v'shlomecha. Shalom Ra Yisrael Amcha Tasi Leolam. Shalom Ra Yisrael Amcha Tasi Leolam. Baruch atah Adonai Melech Amo Yisrael Shalom. We're on page 303. You pick one of them.
This one.
My God, keep my tongue from evil,
My lips from lies.
lies.
Help me ignore those who slander me. Let me be humble before all. Open my heart to your Torah, so that I may pursue your mitzvot. Frustrate the designs of those who plot evil against me. Make nothing of their schemes. Do so because of your power, your holiness, and your Torah. Answer my prayer for the deliverance of your people. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my rock and my redeemer. You who brings peace to his universe will bring peace to us, to all people Israel. Amen. Oseh shalom dimruma, Uriaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'yimaru, ve'yimaru, amen. Oseh shalom dimruma, Uriaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'yimaru, ve'yimaru, amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'yimaru, v'yimaru. Amen. I have to do that because my daughter used to do that all the time, right? Remember? Okay, where are we? Okay, we can't do that, can't do that. You may be seated. I guess we talk about the Torah Parsha, you know, Kaddish, Kiddush, downstairs, right? Yep. And then next thing we'll do is the Torah Parsha. We got all excited. Oh, you want to read that?
I could read, the notes from our rabbi.
It's all about sports.
Oh, whoa.
Here, you want to read it? Then I'll talk about it.
Okay.
I went to the Marriott game earlier in the week, so this is appropriate. You were there? Anne's there tonight. They won the last two games. They lost.
Against the Orioles?
Yeah, they beat the Orioles, so there. Go ahead.
Sports games are judged by the final score. Pundits talk about what a president will do in his or her first 100 days, but history will judge them on the entirety of their performance. Is there value in focusing on the beginning, or is keeping our eyes on the long game the best option? The Jewish people wandered for 40 years in the wilderness on their way from Egypt to Eretz Israel. In all, their journey consisted of 42 pit stops. This type of traveling was not always the same. In this week's Parsha, Bechalotecha, we see a stark difference in how they traveled. Having camped at Mount Sinai for over a year, they are finally ready to move on. They arrived at Sinai 7 weeks after fleeing from Egypt. We don't know of any formal travel pattern. We can only assume it was a run for your lives atmosphere, where formalities mattered little. Freedom is what mattered. Spiritual progress and an encounter with the divine were on their minds. At Sinai, all Jews stood equally in awe of their Creator. When the Jews leave Sinai, however, things are quite different. They are now a formal people with a spiritual identity and mandate. They have a spiritual center, embodied in the form of the Mishkan. They have unique roles and tribal duties. When they encamped and traveled, they adhered to a system. Tribal location, flags, and leaders became part of daily life. It is this spiritual journey that prepared them for their destination, the Promised Land. To be sure, the journey was difficult. In a spiritual sense, it was an era of transformation. The former slaves would pass on, and only their children would enter the land of Israel. And for it to succeed, something dramatic was necessary. At Sinai, the Jews lingered for an entire year by divine command. This complete immersion in holiness secured their spiritual stamina and fortified them for the journey ahead. Instead of dispatching the Jews right after he gave them the Torah, Adoshem kept us close. He kept us close for over a year, nurturing and teaching us. It is with this strength that we were able to survive and persevere in the desert, a place of physical and spiritual hazard. The most essential part of a building's survival is its foundation. The most critical part of a person's life is the foundational years. A college degree might indicate what career path a person chooses, but those accomplishments rest on the foundations built earlier in life. Just as a child is influenced most during the formative years, we are all influenced most in our formative moments. The Jewish New Year influences the entire year. Shabbat influences the week ahead. In fact, every day has its foundational moments. This is why Judaism emphasizes prayer as an important start to the day. To succeed on any given day, I need a solid foundation. A nation as well requires a strong foundation. By keeping us for over a year at Sinai, God was bolstering our base. The goal of the Jewish nation is establishing themselves as a sacred people in a sacred land. But without a strong foundation, the goal may be elusive. The final score may be all that counts in a ballgame, but without a strong foundation of training and a solid start, the changes the chances for success grow slimmer.
That's it. So this is the Torah portion. With all that, a lot positive, everything, this parsha,
yeah.
everyone, yeah, the Jews complain in this, was saying, okay? So they're all excited, right? So let me go back. On page 826, I'll share this with others. Okay. Does this sound familiar to people who have heard of Torah source? Vahi ben Soacharon, Ayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, Vayifutsu Avecha, Venusu Besanecha, Mepanecha. That's the battle cry, okay? It comes from this Torah portion. It makes sense, right? They feel all organized, they have their ranks, they have their roles, right? And they're feeling good. And they'd be a little afraid, right? As they're going off in the wilderness. Okay? And they don't know what's ahead. But even when they do that, the first thing they do is they start complaining. Okay? They've been getting the manna, okay, and it supposedly tastes what they imagined, right? It's perfect. They wish they had the fish they had in Egypt, right? I think I just saw that. They complained about the fish. They miss the fish. And so God says, okay, you want meat? I'll give you meat, okay? You give them a bunch of quail, okay, right? Quail,
the quail.
The quail.
Yes.
So much quail, they gorge themselves. They can't stop eating. Those people who gorge themselves end up dying, I think, right? So,
Not to mention just like having a bunch of quail.
yeah. So they were. So so that happened. They complained about what they were eating. There's more complaining, right? Moses, with this episode, had enough, okay? And God says, Moses is ready to quit, okay? So Moses tells them, okay, you got to start delegating, okay? And in this parsha, they talk about picking, I think it's 70 elders, okay, to help them with the jobs. Good, important lesson. You can't do it all yourself, okay? And then, I think also, one good source of, again, more complaining. There was some technical reason some of the people couldn't give a paschal sacrifice, which is associated with Passover, okay, a certain sacrifice. And God and Moses, they modified the rules, okay, to have a second opportunity, okay. So in this parsha, they successfully argue with God, and He changes the rules, okay, to be compassionate, so they can embark in this, their circumstances, and He adjusts the law for that. That's in this parsha. At the end,
Do they complain some more?
they complain. Some very important people complain. Miriam at the very end. Miriam, right, complains. Miriam and the brother. What's the brother's name? Miriam and I'm forgetting names. Aaron. Oh yeah, it is Aaron. Yeah, of course, it's Aaron. Miriam and Aaron are complaining. They don't like Moses' choice of a mate, right? Zipporah. They complain about Zipporah, right? And because of that, God causes Miriam to have leprosy, stricken with leprosy, or snow white scales, right there. Yeah, turn to it on 8:34. Right? And say, no, my choice is Moses, and that's pretty severe. Now, it's really interesting if you read about, nothing happens to Aaron, I don't think, right? Because how can he be stricken if he's supposed to be the head of the priests? And there's some really interesting commentary of the Torah about that. There's always this tension between Moses and Aaron, because they between the Levites and the Kohen. So, that's all I have. Anyone have anything else? That's the Torah part. Okay. Okay, please rise for the Lenu on page 321. We'll do that too. Come on. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabech ladon hakol, latekedu la l'tzer breshit, shelo asanu kwe haratzot, V'lo samanu kamishvahot adama. Shelo sam halkenu kahem. V'gor aleinu kachol hamonam. V'nachnu korim. Umishtachavim umodim. Lifnei melech malchei hamlakim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shehuna teshamayim v'osid aretz. Umoshe v'kara b'shamayim b'ma'al. Ushvinatu so. V'kor he meromi. Hu Eloheinu einod. Emet malkeinu efesulato. Kakatu b'torato. Yidatayom v'hashavota elevavacha. Ki Adonai hu Elohim b'shamayim imal. V'al haaretz mitachat einod. Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'nemar v'ataya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad. Ushamo echad. Ushamo echad. Okay, thank you. So on page 324, we recall with affection those who no longer walk this earth, grateful to God for the gift of their lives, for their sweet companionship and their cherished memories which endure. May God comfort all who mourn. May He grant them strength to see beyond their sorrow and sustain them in their grief. This year morning, you may be seated. We are observing the art sites of this year morning, we remember Mel Firestone, Paula Garland, Mary Fisher, Hilda Roden, Marvin Korn, and Joan Babbitt. The art site for Parshat Behalacha is Louise Ben Susan, mother of Stan Ben Susan, Beverly Donner, mother of Mark Blom, Morris Rabinowitz, Milton Jaffe, Norman Eisinger, Lillian Lanter, and Bill Paul, brother of Doris Lewis. We'll have a moment of silence.
Can do next week or?
Okay. No, I don't usually do that, but I will.
Okay.
I won't do it. You'll be here next week. A moment of silence, please. I usually just read it to myself. That's tough. Okay, we'll end the service with, what do you want to do? You like a Donalum or 722? I like 722.
Let's do 722.
Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Boachem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Barhuni l'shalom, malchei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Zedhem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. He will instruct his angels to guard you in all your paths. May the Lord guard your going and your coming, now and forevermore. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for everyone for being here.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We'll go downstairs and have Kiddush. thank you for my helper. She did well. There'll be announcements. There'll be services tomorrow again, right?
Yep.
Everyone's away for summer, right?
And, well, thank you for leading services. Brad.
You're welcome. Thank you for who brought Oneg, or thank you for Oneg.
And general membership meeting on the 30th.
Okay.
I'm really good. I made a call and it actually turned out pretty well. We're on power first time. Great, didn't get a card. Sorry, I got a great. She has two loaves and I ate one sandwich. I smell the flies out of
Nope. Turn off the lights. Upstairs. You know anyone?
I was looking, I was just telling, the story before, there's a program manager, in DOE, who I bumped into, I think they're in nuclear physics. but they-
Oh, Mark Carlin, he's a good
Yeah.
friend of mine.
Yeah.
That's his-
Yeah, so he was just out
His
there
wife-
recently.
yeah.
For his,
His
mom's
mother's
meal.
family. Yeah. I grew up with her.
Is her mom's name?
Yeah. That's a relative.
Okay.
It may be over here. So,
Over there.
Shabash.
Shabash. Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
I'll show you. Mark.
There are a lot of Lewises. Is
Yeah.
that the same family or?
No, there's more than one.
Okay.
There's Paul.
Okay.
That's his father, Dan Garland. He was
Uh-huh.
big in Westinghouse. And
Wow. Well,
sulfur, big in Exxon.
Some folks passed away.
Oh, there's-
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So when did this?
Well, a lot of these are in memory of relatives.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, one guy, at Berkeley, Lewis, he's one of the chemists at Berkeley.
Yeah.
It was a guy,
C.S.
Lewis. No, different.
Oh, different.
Lewis is a common Jewish name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry Berg, why is that?
You know Larry Berg?
Why is that familiar?
He's a physicist. He was a physicist. He's
Yeah,
a
I remember
physicist.
him.
He's a physicist.
Did he die suddenly?
Yeah.
What surprised you?
That was a while ago.
It was.
That's it.
Huh.
The way it works.
All right, sorry. And,
Mel Lewis he was a chemist at Berkeley. He used to tell me stories. It was tough to get there. It was tough to get into Berkeley as a Jew.
really, back in the day, or?